Hi. So this is a bit different from my other videos. It's not scripted. It's not like no research has gone into this. This is basically me just updating you on my life stage because I've made a big and kind of crazy decision. Very casual, but I want to make these videos because while I'm going through this phase, I would love to be able to look back on it. And I feel super inspired by Dochi. I've been wanting to do the artist way for a while. I'm not doing the artist way right now. I need to sort of focus on other things right now, but I do want to do the artist way soon. But I've been watching Dochi's old videos, and yeah, she really inspires me. I think she's really awesome, and I've been loving her old content. She's very courageous. We can learn a lot from that. So yeah, for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram or TikTok, or maybe you do but you don't see what I post, I recently, very last minute, spur of the moment, decided to quit my job where I was in the countryside and just move to London. I found a sublet. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it here at all. I'm not gonna be here for long. I need to be in a settled place, so I'm really getting to work on that. But I don't have a job. The only savings I had was £600, and I spent 430 of it on the room because I'm only here for the half of the month this month, and then I have £200 to spend, and I've already made a dent, so I need to literally stop doing that. I also am aware that when I moved to London when I was 17, I didn't have a job, and I was on really, really minimum student maintenance loan. I would get £400 a month or something. I don't know how, but if I could make it work when I was 17, I think I can make it work now. I have a lot more experience, but also I am starting fresh. I think I just quit my job. I was living at my grandma's house, which was amazing, but I was I'm stagnant, I'm stuck again. And I think that I had gone down there to start a business, and I just had kind of lost momentum with it. I wasn't feeling super in love, wasn't feeling I have to try things properly, and I wasn't feeling like it was right. Even though I'm still making things, I'm still making jewelry. I actually made this ring. I've shown this off a lot online, but that's because I really love it. It's got a face on it. It's silver. Nice and thick and heavy. And it's not even that I won't take commissions, but I think I just need to make things at my own pace and not rush myself. But I realize I want to get other work in the right direction because I ultimately do want to move country, and I think I've spoken about this. I know that to my friends and family, they'll be familiar with this, but I really want to move country. Ultimately, I just want to make money from making videos and making things on Patreon and making that kind of work. Not necessarily, I don't want to make money from selling my sculptures, because when anything that I make, I want it for myself. And this is a huge issue with me as a creative or as an artist. Everything that I make, I can't part with it. This, I'm not selling it. I don't want to sell it. And I could make more, but I also can't be bothered. I'm not really into it. I only making things because I know that I'll have a beautiful thing to surround myself with. I'm not that interested in making things like items, objects as a service or as a product for other people. I much prefer providing people my advice or prompts. I do a lot of prompts on my Patreon. But okay, so basically, I've moved to London, no job, no money, rent's due. It's gonna be fine because I will have a bit of money coming in from Universal Credit. But it's not enough to live off of after I've paid my rent. While this has been a crazy choice, and it's moved so quickly, literally I think I decided at the very beginning of March that I was definitely going to move, but I believe in courage, and I just want to follow what feels good or right in the moment right now, which can be a reckless way to live, but at the same time I think I'm just saying yes to a lot of things. I was talking about this with my friend Tanith, just saying yes to everything. The only other thing that I was doing was being at my grandma's house and feeling a bit oh, what am I going to do next? So this is just the thing that I'm doing next for now, and it doesn't have to be forever. That's what I've really learned about just moving and leaving places, and then you can also come back to them. No decision is permanent. No decision is completely irreversible. It's not that bad. It's not that scary. I'm 25 now. I want to get my shit together, but I also don't want to settle. So I want to make sure that the steps that I take are at least somewhat in the direction that I want to go in, even if I'm not entirely sure what that direction looks like. But I have to be active. I have to be making active choices right now. And I think there's been like a few months recently where I haven't been making many active choices. And I really notice when I do that, my life does get stagnant and I become pretty unhappy. I really do believe in like passive and neutral time. We like always need to have goals, and if we're not where we want to be, then we need to be active about trying to get there, even if we don't know what it's going to look like. Steps in some direction so that we don't just stay put and stay unhappy. I wasn't feeling depressed, but I have been very depressed in my life. And I do think that like when you make sort of like crazy decisions, it is that sort of like, it's like shooting an arrow into glass. Does that make sense? You're breaking the entropy, you're rupturing the entropy. And I think that sometimes spontaneous decisions are a form of like creative output, and it can really realign you if you're feeling depressed, or it can like give you a little bit of something to live for. That's a little piece of advice I have. But don't do anything like too crazy, but then also maybe do something completely crazy, like who cares? YOLO. You only live once. I don't really feel afraid or worried. I feel very confident that everything is going to work out. It's just a bit uncomfortable. And you know how I love discomfort. The more difficult the conditions, the more productive the work. We can do hard things. I've said it all before. Also, I am a 6-line in human design. And because I'm 25, that means that I'm living as a 3-line right now. And if you know anything about human design, that means that I am built for my first 30 years to be making and breaking bonds. And I'm not going to figure out what I want to do, probably until I'm 30. So this is my time to do things. So I did have a job interview. Can I say? Is it the gallery for the gift shop? I don't know if I got it. And if I did get it, I'm like, do I want it? Because is it in the right direction? And this is what I really struggle with, because I'm really struggling with choosing what work to do, because I know that like a lot of my experience is in retail, but also a lot of my experience is in loads of other areas. And the main problem is because I don't want to make a portfolio. I know that this is a flaw. I know that this is a me problem. I don't want to make a portfolio. I can't be bothered. And then whenever I sit down to do it, I don't do it. I just like do anything else on my computer that I can possibly do. And I don't do like my portfolio, or I like don't do a job application. I finally like optimized my CV the best that I can, because somebody really helped me. I posted on my Instagram like I need help, and somebody sent me this email and it was amazing. And I've like fixed my CV. But I think like for me, I've seen so many videos about this where they're like, what to do if you're a multi-passionate person. And I actually haven't watched any of them, because I believe that I can make it work, but I actually need to watch those videos really badly, because I'm like a prime example of a multi-passionate person, especially when you look at my like career history. I've been a woodworker. I worked at this stone carving quarry trust where I was like doing that archive and stone carving. I've been an e-com photographer. I've been a cheesemonger. I worked in a bronze foundry. I worked in a sensory deprivation tank center. I've like taught at summer camps, like art to kids. I've done so many different things. I just don't know where to place myself. And I just really feel like the thing that I should focus on is the thing that I naturally want to do all the time, which is just like talk to people and share researching things and talking about them and sharing life experience. Even though I'm 25. But I've lived a lot. I don't know. This video is just me saying I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah. Something else I wanted to talk about was the other day I posted on my Instagram story like, does anyone want to go on a date? And I used to do this with my friend Megan all the time, kind of as a joke. And it was kind of as a joke, but I was just feeling like fun and free, like I want to go on a date and I don't want to use fucking Hinge. 3 people replied. I did go on one of the dates and it was bad. It was not a good date. My friend showed up because we were going to hang out that night, and I explained that to him, and I think he thought that like a threesome was happening, even though I made it very clear that I wasn't going to be like sleeping with anyone because I had a job interview the next morning. Yeah, that was weird. And then there was another guy who I matched with on Hinge, but he wanted to go on the date, and he responded to my Instagram story, so I think I am going to meet him. And then this girl, she's super cool. Seeing her on Tuesday. That's the one I'm really excited for. Should I even say that? I think I'm probably gonna jinx. I don't know, I'm really excited for the date. But that is the fun thing about being back in London, because I made my first video about like being in rural house arrest and talking about love. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to be back because I can just like go on dates with people now, because I couldn't go on dates with people before. So it's kind of cute and fun. I'm excited. I'll probably let you know in the next video like how the dates went. But yeah, this is my first Saturday. I moved on Wednesday, so it's like my fourth day since moving to London with no plan and no job, and I'm living in a sort of mild hellhole. I'm kind of like just gonna manifest that I get like a really cheap room, or like my living situation gets like sorted out for me. It's happened before, it could happen again. But yeah, this was just a check-in. Anyway, bye guys. I'll speak to you soon. Subscribe to my channel and like this video, and please comment. Let me know if you're doing anything stupid like me right now. And please subscribe to my Patreon. I really am going to put a lot of work into it. I have already put a lot of work into it. I'm really excited about my Patreon because I love like the interactive aspect of it. So like I'm doing interactive prompts and we can actually talk to each other, and like you can show me what you're doing. And that to me is so cool because I want to see what you're doing. I don't just want to be like a one-sided thing. I like real relationships. Anyway, bye guys. Speak to you soon.